Hey everyone, Combo here, back with another Empires and Puzzles video, and today we've got some exciting stuff. I'm going to be announcing the 2 gift card winners from the video that I put out about a week and a half ago, my thank you for 5,000 subscribers video, which also included a content creator code, which was good for everybody. That is an unlimited use code, so if you haven't redeemed that code yet, definitely check out the video. I will pin a comment down below, but there was a $25 gift card giveaway for 2 lucky winners, which the entry period ended yesterday, and I had mentioned that I would announce the winners on September 30th, which is today. So I am going to be announcing those 2 lucky winners. The winners will get a $25 gift card for either Apple Store or Google Play, whatever your operating system is on. So I will need you to comment down below on this video which of the gift cards you would prefer based off of whatever your operating system is, and then also comment down below what your Discord or Line contact ID is, and I will reach out to you. I don't want you reaching out to me because it could be a fictitious person that reaches out to me. So I want to see the same exact username commenting with what you want for the gift card and what your contact information is. If you don't have either of those platforms for Line or Discord, if you want to leave your email address or another way for me to contact you, then I will email you or whatever your preferred method of contact is. After I announce those 2 winners, I am also going to go through the October 2025 tentative calendar of events, which is put out by Burks G. He's the one who puts this amazing calendar of events together for us. This is a huge tool for all of us so that we can plan accordingly throughout the course of the month. I'm going to go over all of the portals, all of the events, the featured heroes that are currently scheduled for each of those events. We're going to talk about which portals are worth it to pull for and which ones are probably worth skipping. And also a huge shout out to Eliodi, aka the Oracle, for putting together a lot of the data for that calendar as well. All right, so without further ado, I'm going to announce the 2 gift card winners right now. So the first one is Elite SWE, and I've got your username and icon, picture, everything shown here with the comment that you listed as well. I have both Sludgus and Salnus, and I can attest that they are both amazing heroes. And our second winner is Neil Marshall 7170. Neil's favorite hero is the Ascension Mimic, the pull that just keeps on giving. I do not disagree with you on that. The Ascension Mimics have kind of made it so that most people really will never have to buy any Ascension materials ever again. If you've got the right Ascension Mimics, or if you've got a collection of all 5 of them, then kudos to you. So again, if the both of you could please comment down below which gift card you would prefer, the Apple Play Store or Google Play, and then also your Discord or Line contact ID, and I will reach out to you with that gift card code. Congratulations on the 2 winners. All right, now let's take a look at the October 2025 tentative calendar of events. Starting off with the first week, on Wednesday, October 1st, we will be starting Judgment of Dunes. There's also going to be a pickup summon with Fungustine and Kolya. We will have just finished War of 3 Kingdoms, so if you want to do any pulls, you'll have one more day to do pulls for that. The secret summon for the Blue Emblem Mimic would have just ended, so you would have missed your opportunity for that. That was only for Tuesday the 30th. On Thursday the 2nd, we've got Untold Tales 2 coming back with a new hero, Bragi, as the featured hero along with Andvari and Svafa. On Friday the 3rd, we've got the Dragon Cave quest coming back. You definitely do not want to miss that. And there's also the Covenant summon with Glacievald, Gardared, Orker, Gluzmer, Fergus, and Luzishen as the 6 featured heroes. Definitely interesting that there's 4 ice blue heroes as featured heroes and only 2 red heroes and no other colors at all. So curious on the thought process for that. I thought for sure maybe we would see Gurik as a featured hero in that portal because it's been probably like a month or so, I feel like, since we've seen Gurik in a portal, and obviously he is the one that everybody wants if you don't have him already. Atlantis will be starting on Sunday the 5th, and then as far as other stuff going on this week, on Wednesday the 1st, you can get your free Damascus Blade from the quest there. We've got the Rogue and Barbarian emblem quest on Wednesday the 1st also. Monk and Cleric on Sunday the 5th. Masterclass emblems for Cleric on Friday the 3rd. Normal, Ether Summon, and Ascension Summon on Wednesday and Saturday. This week we will be in Attack Boost War as well. As far as portals this week, I'm hesitant about Covenant. I do love Orker, and Gluzmer is also really effective. I don't know too much about Glacivault, the new hero, and then Gardered seems pretty good. Luzashen seems good, but if it really depends, I guess, on your blue and red heroes, because it's just unfortunate that there's no other heroes in this featured list. Orker and Gluzmer, I think, are the two gems out of those heroes, and it's really annoying that Fergus is even in the Covenant portal right now. He is kind of yesterday's news. I mean, if you don't have him and you're in a mid-level or low-level alliance and you pull him, then good for you. He probably will help you out a lot. But anybody who is in a top-tier level alliance, if you were to pull Fergus, chances are you are probably not leveling him at this point. I think Untold Tales 2 is probably a good one to pull from, but there are costumes for Untold Tales 2 heroes in beta right now, and we're going to see Untold Tales 2 coming back in this month, so I'm expecting that we're probably going to be getting costumes the second time it comes around. So honestly, I would not pull an Untold Tales 2 this time. I would save your tokens for the next time it comes, because you're going to want to get those costumes. Those heroes are going to have some pretty insane stats with the costume bonus. I would definitely stay away from Judgment of Dunes, or rather I wouldn't spend any gems on that. If you've got tokens, then you can spend them if you'd like, especially if you don't have costume Cleopatra, but not too much going on this week, especially since we're coming out of the War of Three Kingdoms portal. As far as the next week, we will be finishing up Covenant Summon for another day, Atlantis Rises for a few days, another portal you definitely do not want to spend gems on. Only spend the coins that you've got already. Challenge Festival 2 will be starting on Monday the 6th. We do not know yet who the featured heroes for that are going to be, so be on the lookout for that, and we aren't going to know a lot of the featured heroes for a lot of the events, unfortunately. At this point right now, it's just too early in the month, and I think with a lot of the transition that's going on right now with the forums going away, a lot of stuff is in limbo, and we just weren't able to get a lot of the information, or at least concrete information as far as who the featured heroes were going to be. All of these portals are going to be coming. We just don't know who the featured heroes are going to be. We've got Contest of Elements coming on the 7th, and the way the game's been doing it is it's been coming twice a month, once with brand new heroes, usually from the Slime family, and then the second time it would be introducing a new costume for the same color for when that event came on earlier that month. On the 8th, we've got a lot of exciting stuff coming, including Return to Marlovia, the Sanguine Summon, and there's also the Halloween Brawl. So lots of stuff happening on October 8th. I will definitely have a video, or maybe even two, out on the 8th going over Return to Marlovia and the Sanguine Summon. You're definitely going to get some opportunities to get some coins for some free pulls. We're going to have a bunch of brand new heroes, as you can see. That is honestly going to be a pretty exciting day, so curious to see what that actually looks like when we get it. I hope it's not a letdown, but also curious to see if they do something similar for the other seasonal events as they come into the game, like when we get the winter or Christmas portal back in December, or actually I think that maybe comes in November. I don't know. Anyway, curious to see if we get this type of double feature with the seasonal portals with the ones in the future. We've got the costume portal coming on the 9th, and that's actually it for all of the portals this week. Make sure that you are saving your epic hero tokens for Marlovia or the Sanguine Summon. I don't think you can use the epic hero tokens for the Sanguine Summon, or maybe you can. If anybody knows that for certain, drop a comment down below actually, but you definitely want to save those for when those portals come back. And we don't know yet who the featured heroes or the new glass costumes for the costume chamber are going to be, so we'll find out what that looks like. As far as portals to spend gems on, it really depends on who the featured heroes in the Challenge Festival are going to be and if those are worth it for it. And if you want to spend gems on Return to Marlovia or the Sanguine Summon, then obviously that's something that you can decide on. Usually I do not spend gems on those seasonal portals. I like to save gems for the more premier portals, unless if there happens to be a gem summon challenge on one of those days, but we probably won't find out about a gem summon challenge until the event actually comes out, or maybe the day before. Looking at the following week, we have even less information, unfortunately. And again, this is all because of what's going on in the forums. If you haven't heard already, the forums are completely going away. Empires and Puzzles is switching all of their communication platforms to Discord. I'm actually going to put a link in the description of the video with the Empires and Puzzles Discord link. If you haven't been there already, definitely go to that link, get on the Empires and Puzzles Discord. There's a bunch of sub channels, and there's going to be, and there already actually is, some topics. It's still in the building phase, but there's a lot of topics similar to like what you would have seen in the forum for some of the helps and questions and stuff like that. News, there's a lot of stuff in there. I'm not going to go over it right now, but definitely check it out if you haven't already. But taking a look at the following week, we've got the Night of the Moth Alliance quest coming back on the 13th, Ancient Underroot on the 14th, and then on the 15th is where Untold Tales 2 is coming back, more than likely with the costumes. We don't know for certain, but more than likely with the costumes. And then Judgment of Dunes actually looks like we had Underwild going on starting on the 13th, and then Judgment of Dunes coming back on the 17th. So we're going to be in a non-stop rotation going forward. This actually starts on October 5th with season 2, 3, 4, and 5, and maybe Untold Tales 1 getting mixed in there also, but we're going to be in a non-stop rotation where we always have a season with reduced flag costs, which is definitely nice. Nobody wants to be spending flags on season 1 if they can avoid it. Whenever we don't have a season with reduced flags, it is kind of annoying to have to use those on either a season with the increased flag count or on season 1. So that's definitely a nice improvement in the game. And then on the 18th, we've got the Goblin Village coming back. And then on the 19th, we've got the Tower of Magic coming back as well. As far as other stuff going on this week, we've got the Omega Limit Break quest on the 15th. Definitely do not miss that. We've got Rogue and Sorcerer Emblem quest on the 15th. We've got Monk and Paladin on the 19th. Wizard Masterclass Emblem quest on the 17th. And then we've got the normal Ether and Ascension summons on the 15th and 18th. We will be in Cloverfield War this week. And actually, I just realized I didn't mention any of these extra things for the previous week, so I'm just going to go back real quick here. And you can see you can get your Mystics rings on Wednesday the 8th, Wizard and Fighter class Emblem quests on the 8th as well, Druid and Ranger on the Sunday the 12th, and then Masterclass Druid Emblem quest on Friday the 10th. Coming back to the 13th to the 19th real quick, and actually I mentioned, or rather didn't mention what war type we were in either. We will be in Rush War for the 6th to the 12th. I feel like I'm very discombobulated right now, jumping back and forth. I apologize about that. I'm going on vacation tomorrow, so I am in vacation mode. But yes, we will be in Rush War the week of the 6th to the 12th, so good luck to you all. I had a terrible Rush War last time it was around. But coming back to the 13th to the 19th, as far as portals to pull from, it's really going to depend on who the featured heroes in Night of the Moth are going to be. But honestly, either way, I feel like Untold Tales 2, if we get those costumes, that is the portal to pull from. Obviously, you don't want to spend gems in the Underwild or in Judgment of Dunes. And as far as the Goblin Village goes, it depends who the featured heroes are going to be for that. But the pull rate odds are very low for that. Tower of Magic will depend on who the costume for that is going to be. And we don't know yet who the featured heroes for that is going to be. Moving on to the following week, the 20th to the 26th, we will still be in Goblin Village and the Magic Tower, of course. There is the Treasure Quest Ascension on Monday the 20th. Atlantis Rises coming back on the 20th. I love the fact that these seasonal events are going to be back to back, and the fact that Atlantis Rises is pretty much going to be coming, it seems like, every 3 or 4 weeks at the least. So that's nice. Untold Tales 1 will be back on the 21st. We are not going to be getting any brand new heroes for that, more than likely. We've got the Astral Plane on the 23rd, and then Shadows of the Deep coming back on the 24th. As far as portals to pull from this week, honestly, Magic Tower is probably the only one that's going to be worth it, because there's not going to be any new heroes in Untold Tales 1. Not going to be any new heroes in Atlantis, obviously. Shadows of the Deep is, if you like Insanity heroes, and depending on who the featured heroes are. Astral Plane can have some very good heroes, but it depends on if they're growth or wither heroes or whether the type of effects they have. So Magic Tower, really depending on who the brand new hero is going to be and who the costume is for an older hero. So we'll have to wait and see what that looks like, but just a lot of question marks for this week. And the following week, we're going to have even more questions. But before we get there, you can get the free Tonic on the 22nd. We've got Barbarian and Fighter class emblems on Wednesday the 22nd also. Druid and Cleric emblems on Sunday the 26th. Sorcerer Masterclass emblem quest on Friday the 24th. We will be in Undead Horde War, so that's kind of like a normal type of war, so that will be a relief after Rush War and Cloverfield, of course. And looking at the following week, the last week of the month, we've got Contest of Elements coming back on Tuesday the 28th. War of Three Kingdoms will be back again on that day as well, along with Ancient Underroot. We will have the Visiting Outfitter event coming back on the 29th. I will have a video out probably in like a week or two with a list of every eligible hero that you can get from the Visiting Outfitter event. There are a couple question marks as far as heroes that actually were released on that date 2 years ago, so I'm hoping we can get some information on if they will be available so that we can all plan accordingly. And one of them is Costume Cleopatra. So that's a big question mark for anybody who has a regular version. Dragon Cave Quest comes back again on the 31st as well. We know none of the featured heroes for this week, unfortunately, as far as War of Three Kingdoms, Contest of Elements goes, and there may be additional events that get added. This is just very far out in advance, and I'm very sorry that there's so many question marks. Again, with the forums going away, it seems that there's just not a lot of information available at this point right now. Hopefully we'll get some more additional information within the next couple weeks. As far as other stuff going on this week, we've got your quest to get your free scope on the 29th, Wizard and Sorcerer Emblem quest on the 29th as well, Paladin and Ranger on November 2nd, Masterclass emblems for Paladin on the 31st, and we will be back in Skyfire War this week as well. So definitely excited for Outfitter event to be coming back, and I think Untold Tales 2 costumes coming out is probably the thing that I am most excited about from a summon or portal perspective. I would love it if there was a gem summon challenge around then, but I would be very surprised if there was. Definitely a different look for a calendar than we're used to seeing. Again, I apologize. The people behind the scenes that put together this information, Berksg and Elioti, do the best that they can to get as much information out to us as possible. Definitely be on the lookout on Discord for some additional information as we find out who the featured heroes and if there's any changes to any events or anything like that, because that is where you're going to find that information. And if I see any big news updates, then I'll put out a video for that also. But this is all we have for now. Let me know what you are most excited about in the month of October, and that is going to do it for today's video. I hope you did enjoy it or found it helpful, and if you did, hit that like button. Make sure you sub to my channel, and I'll catch you guys next time.